Hej och välkommen till The Norden. I den här serien granskar vi den omtalade nordiska välfärden bara att genom en utomstående, neutral och inte alltid kanske så lättsmickrad persons ögon. Frågan är hurdant samhälle vi egentligen har byggt upp här i Norden. I det här avsnittet ska pastor Martin McLean från USA få syna vårt förhållande till religion. Ett rätt svalt förhållande.
I have no need of a God.
Wow. Whoa. What'd you say? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. How would your religion prepare you for eternity?
I think like you can upload our brains and then we can live on forever and ever.
Ja, vi nordbor är inte så mycket för det här med religion. Internationellt sett hör vi till dem som tror minst på en existerande gud. Kyrkan gillar vi däremot. Vi gifter oss i kyrkan, vi döper barn där, vi begraver föräldrar där. Vi ber bara prästen tona ner bitarna om Jesus så går det riktigt bra. Det här är pastor Martin McLean från Douglasville, Georgia i USA. Där förhållande till Gud och religion anses mycket viktigt. Martin är vad man kallar konservativ kristen. Bibeln är Guds ord bokstavligen och det finns 0 tolkningsmål där och du frågar Martin. Martin har aldrig satt sin fot utanför USA och nu ska han resa runt i Norden i några dagar. Och hans uppgift är att reda ut vad vi nordbor egentligen tror på.
Hi, my name is Martin McLean. I'm 46 years old. I'm the pastor of Summit Church of West Georgia. Married to Stephanie and we have 4 kids ages 21 to 12. I believe in creation. God created the heavens and the earth. I believe in the fall in the Garden of Eden. I believe that there's restoration, redemption through Jesus Christ. I think that heaven is better than anything we could have imagined. I think some of the artists have not done justice to heaven when they paint these boring pictures. And when there's the concept of, oh, I'm going to have a robe and a harp and I'm going to be walking on clouds. And I just don't think that's the case at all. I think it's better than anything you could ever imagine. I believe that there is a literal hell. And the Bible does refer to, in the book of Revelation, the lake of fire. I believe we're all born with a sin nature. I believe certain people have propensities for certain sins that others don't.
Säger jag kyrka, tänker du kanske stel gudstjänst, tillhörande stel kyrkbänk, en lång märklig predikan med några psalmer insprängda. Och där är det. Och du är inte alls ensam om att tänka så här. Kyrkan har stadigt tappat medlemmar i samtliga nordiska länder i decennier redan. Och den stora frågan är hur kyrkan i Norden ska göra sig intressant och relevant igen. Och Martin har genast några förslag.
I think if you got a church that's vibrant, where maybe the music matches the music that people listen to on the radio, but yet you have Christian lyrics for it, and then you have somebody that preaches the Bible in a way where they believe the Bible and they want to tell you how the Bible applies to your life on a daily basis. I think if you have that combination, I think you'd see people have a different attitude toward church.
Sockenbacka kyrka i Helsingfors tror sig ha hittat en lösning på det här problemet. Och intressant nog med hjälp av någonting som väl klassiskt har ansetts vara djävulens bästa redskap. Och frågan blir hur pastor Martin gillar det.
Here's some earplugs for you. Put them in.
Wow.
Tietysti tämä metallimusiikki on aina vähän semmoinen kysymysmerkki, että...
Voiko se olla hänellä niinku shokki?
Voi olla. About 7 years ago, we had one seminar, heavy metal seminar. One guy said there, maybe one day we have some kind of heavy metal mass in Finland, if somebody can do it.
Sure.
So I was the first one. I can do it.
Hey. So you are part of the state church?
Yeah, this one. This is my church. Yeah,
this is the state. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it controversial? I mean, is everybody on board, or do you have some people who are like, you shouldn't do that?
About 3-4 years ago, we went to a place called Pori. Some people said that you can't come here. They even they prayed that something happens to the bus, that we can't do the ceremony there.
Ja, hur ligger det till med kopplingen Beelzebub och tunga distade gitarrer idag?
Not much anymore. And for example, in Finland, many people like heavy metal. But some people say also, but they change their opinion when they feel and see our mass.
Och hur gick hårdrocksgudstjänsten hem hos vår gäst Marty?
It was different from anything I've ever been a part of. The only thing I would do differently probably is saying, don't draw as much attention, to yourself as you sing. That would just be my recommendation if I was pastoring a church and, we had singers I thought were too physically expressive and kind of, I would say, hey, let's tone down the physical expression, and kind of funnel it in a different way. Don't move as much like that. Make sure it's a God-honoring movement.
Heavy i kyrkan, godkänt av Marty alltså. Förutom de utmanande kroppsrörelserna, men i varje fall. Från Helsingfors fortsätter vi vidare till Jönköping i Sverige, mitt i vad man kallar det svenska bibelbältet. Och Martys rumsnummer på hotellet visar sig vara lite speciellt med tanke på just omgivningen.
Good morning, Marty.
How are you?
I couldn't help but notice your room number.
Yeah, 666.
Okay, how does that feel for a Christian guy like you?
Well, kind of a little creepy.
It does.
Well, just the significance of it, but it's no big deal.
But you didn't feel like you want to change the room, or?
If I would have felt like I needed to change a room, I would have said, hey, let's change rooms. But,
Yeah.
it's going to take more than three digits to scare me off.
Okay.
This is my Bible. I've already read it this morning. Daily Bible reading is just something I do as a believer.
Yeah.
It's something I want to do. It's something I feel like I need.
I Martys hemland USA tror 2 av 3 människor på Gud. I Norden kan man väl snarare säga att 2 av 3 tvivlar. Så vad innebär då i så fall ett nordiskt bibelbälte? Frågan går till Jönköpingsbon och humanisten Leif.
Hello. In Sweden we take off our boots inside.
Thank you. That's a faux pas.
You drink coffee?
I do.
Please. Bible Belt has been the name for many years, and it's because there are more Christians in this area than any other place in Sweden. And in Jönköping here there are about 13-14% that are active churchgoers. which is much, much more than the average in Sweden, which is about 3, I think. 3%. I believe in science, and that I believe in, and I understand that there are still some gaps, some things that we don't know about, but time will come. I mean, 100 years ago, there were a number of things we didn't know as we know them today. And that is science that provides us with these solutions to a better life.
Right, so even with origins of life,
yes.
With, you know, a lot of scientists believe that random mutation and natural selection will not explain the complexities of human existence.
Wow.
There's a growing list of scientists that believe that.
If your problem is that there is no answer to the question what was before the bang, I will return that question to you. What was before God?
God is all. I would say God has always been. He is eternal.
Well, that's an easy. Easy answer.
I take that by faith, just like you take evolution by faith.
Yeah, I know.
And evolution is by faith because it's not been proven, and nobody was there to witness, and there's no missing link.
I believe in humanity and human rights. In short, I have no need of a God. Put it bluntly.
Wow.
Då tror jag att vi förklarar den kaffestunden avslutad och vi går istället ut och helt enkelt ställer frågan till första bästa person som kommer emot.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you believe in God?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you believe in God?
No,
Why not?
I never seen him.
If there's no God, why should I believe in him?
Okay.
No, I don't.
Why?
Well,
No.
Why?
Well, doesn't feel that modern or scientific or...
Do you believe in God?
yes, I do.
Are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
So do you ever tell anybody you're a Christian here in secular Sweden?
I'm from Baltics, from Lithuania, so I'm Catholic.
Do you believe in God?
Yeah.
Are you from here?
No.
First of all, where are you from?
I'm from Gambia, man.
Gambia. Okay, this is going to be a good question for you, all right? All right, man. Do you believe in God?
Of course, yes, I do.
Are you a Christian?
No, I'm a Muslim.
Muslim. Do you believe in God?
Yeah.
Okay, are you a Christian?
Yeah.
It's good to see somebody. It would be at McDonald's. I knew if I came to McDonald's, we'd find somebody that believed in God. Okay. Thank you. Most of the responses were a very passionate no. No time to think about it. They just no. And they most of the time said they believed in science. There was no room for God in a modern world. I did find some believers, but I think probably maybe the majority of the believers I find, they are from other countries. Hey! Buenos dias!
Would you like to try some jeans? Because I've never tried some jeans with American pastor.
Wow. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. You look like you'll give me a good answer.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Do you think it through?
Okay, at least for half a second think about it, all right? Do you believe there's a God?
I believe there's something, but I wouldn't like to call it God specifically. I think there's something more that we don't know about, but I can't tell that one person is like good and one person is bad.
Okay, yeah, that's good, okay. Well, thank you, you've been very helpful, and if I ever need a pair of jeans or a multicolored shirt, I'll come in here.
Vi har flugit hit Martin McLean, evangelisk kristen, mycket konservativ pastor från Georgia i södra USA. Martins uppgift är att försöka ringa in det nordiska förhållandet till tro och till religion. Och som vi har konstaterat tror få av nordborna på Gud. Men samtidigt tillhör de flesta av oss kyrkan. Vi åker vidare till Köpenhamn för att höra vad kyrkans kvinnor och män tycker om den rätt konstiga ekvationen.
Average people in Denmark, I don't think they are religious all day, all time. It's something they are in specific situations. Things can happen in their life that calls for the religious feeling. And it's not necessary when someone meet you in the street with a camera and a microphone and ask you, are you religious?
Let me ask you about an explosive issue that I've read about with Denmark, and correct me if I'm wrong. A couple of years ago, it seems like there's an issue with having same-sex marriage ceremonies in the church, and did the parliament make the church start doing that in the church?
Yeah.
So it was the parliament, the government said, you must perform same-sex marriages in the church.
Yeah, that's correct.
Wow. Wow.
I think God have created love not to make new generations, but to unite people. And that's all I have to say in that case.
Sure. I believe same-sex attraction is a sin. The worst thing I could do to somebody is say, you know, God made you that way, and He wants you to stay that way. And God's all for, you know, a homosexual relationship. When you look in the Bible, you see what God says about homosexuality. I have to deny so much of Scripture in order to give that type of counsel. When I was 14 years old, I felt God just, the Holy Spirit of God just burdened my heart that I needed Jesus in my life. Have you been born again?
It hasn't been like one day I was this Karen and the next day I was a new Karen.
I was born again when I was 3 months old. When I was baptized. And like Jesus said, you can't be born again twice. And so,
see, we believe it's got to be a volitional, conscious, accepting of Christ in your life when you reach that age where you're able to make that decision.
Yeah. No.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
So Marty, what was the discussion like?
We see very different, and I'm sure there's a lot of other aspects of theology we would not agree upon.
Tron på en och samma Gud delar de tydligen inte så mycket mer än så. All right, vi lämnar Danmark och fortsätter vidare norrut mot Stockholm.
I think I'll sit down.
We were talking, I think it was yesterday in the car, about safety and talking about guns, and you yourself, what kind of gun do you have at home?
It's a 410 shotgun. It's probably the smallest shotgun you can have.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you say a burglar came into your house and threatened your wife and family, so what would you do?
If it was to choose between a burglar and my family, I'd have to shoot the burglar.
You shoot him?
Yeah. I'd try not to kill him, but I would shoot him to disable him. I would hate not to do anything and have my wife and kids harmed by a perpetrator and me just stand by and watch. To me, that would be the greater evil on my part, to let my family be harmed in a way like that when I could prevent it.
So when do you turn the other cheek?
That's personal. If somebody comes up to me personally, but when it comes to me having to defend my family, then I have an obligation as the husband and the protector of my family to protect them.
Och sen är det ju faktiskt så att man måste ju inte nödvändigtvis tro på en gud, eller hur? I Sverige är det Kammarkollegiet som registrerar alla religiösa samfund. Och vad är det förresten som gör att ett samfund får klassas som religiöst?
Det måste vara en gemenskap som har till syfte att hålla på med religiösa aktiviteter, vad de bedömer som religiösa aktiviteter. Det ska ingå bland annat att ha någon form av gudstjänst. Och sen ska de ha stadgar där det framgår bland annat att de har som syfte att hålla på med den här religiösa verksamheten eller vad det nu är för gudstjänster eller liknande som de gör.
My dear friends, finally we have achieved recognition. Our new religion can start growing now. You are already a part of our religion.
2012 blev Sverige det första landet i världen att ge officiell status åt det missionerande kopimistsamfundet. Det vill säga placera dem i samma liga som Svenska kyrkan eller romersk-katolska kyrkan.
Så ibland har folk kommit på en bakifrån när man har gått liksom med cykel och frågat om man har upptäckt Jesus eller Gud. Och då har jag berättat om kopimismen och då har de avfärdat det direkt som trams. Så jag hoppas inte Marty tycker det här är trams helt enkelt.
Kopimisterna, de tror på fildelning. De tror alltså i religiös bemärkelse. Att kopiera en bild eller en låt eller en film på nätet, det är en helig akt enligt kopimisterna. Eller ett practical joke som svenska byråkrater tyvärr tog på allvar, om du frågar kritikerna.
Alltså, vi har hand om den här lagstiftningen som säger att om man uppfyller de formella kriterierna så ska man registreras. Vi gör inga värderingar av vad verksamheten går ut på, vad man tror på eller hur man tror på det. Så länge som man uppfyller de formella kriterierna i lagen så kan man bli registrerad och det är bara det som vi får pröva. Och i det här fallet så uppfyller de formella kriterierna och därför blev de ett registrerat trossamfund.
And copimism is the idea about copying and that everything evolves around copying in universe and in language and we believe that copying is a kind of a sacred act.
Wow.
That's the copying.
Okay, well, when you worship, what do you do when you have your worship service?
Yeah.
How do you worship?
Worship by doing copying, and the perfect copy is a very sacred act, and you can do the perfect copying by like file sharing or whatever, like by a computer, and you copy files, and that's a sacred act, like, and then we do together and do this sacred thing.
So are you Christian?
No, we're not Christian.
Okay, I'm trying to get my head around this thing, okay?
Yeah.
All right. How would your religion prepare you for eternity?
I think like you can upload our brains and then we can live on forever and ever, and we never have to be afraid of death.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how many members do you have?
I think we have a register of 4,000 members.
In all of Sweden or just in this area?
Scandinavia.
In Scandinavia.
In Scandinavia.
As a Christian, obviously I don't believe all religion is equal. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Marty. Hope to have a nice Christmas.
Well, I really don't know what to say. I've never heard of that before.
What does that say about Sweden?
Well, I reckon to each his own. Anything goes. You know, there is no one solid fundamental base. It's just kind of whatever you'd like.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think eventually it will show up because I think there has to be some type of moral basis for law. I think somebody's narrative will win out. And when you have such diverse narratives and you try to come to the least common denominator, you're probably not going to satisfy anyone when, you know, the different elements of society get to a certain size. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
Pastor Marty McLean från Douglasville, Georgia i USA har spenderat en vecka i Norden och hans uppgift var att försöka ringa in vilken roll religionen och tron har i nordbornas liv idag och vilka blir hans slutsatser.
I look at the flags of Scandinavia and on the flags I see a cross. I go into the stores in Scandinavia and I hear music, and I'm listening for this. I hear music about Jesus, Christmas music, all in these stores. I go to the one town, Jönköping, and they have the nativity scene downtown. And so it's like, you're not going to kick God out of his world. He's there.